Good morning everyone. Today I will begin our presentation by introducing electric vehicles or EVs. Electric vehicles represent the new era of transportation because they are a cleaner and more environmentally friendly alternative to traditional petrol and diesel vehicle. Unlike conventional cars, EVs are powered by rechargeable batteries instead of fuel. This means they produce zero tailpipe emission, which helps reduce air pollution and greenhouse gas emission. In Malaysia, the government is actively encouraging the use of electric vehicles by offering various incentives and tax exemption. This initiative aims to increase EV adoption and support a more sustainable future. One example of a locally available EV is the Proton EMAS 7, which demonstrates Malaysia's commitment to expanding the electric vehicle market. With that introduction, let's move on to the next section of our presentation.
Now, I will explain the research and analysis of electric vehicle or EVs and charging infrastructure in Malaysia. Based on our research, the demand for electricity vehicle in Malaysia is increasing every year. This is mainly because people are becoming more aware of environmental issues such as climate change and air pollution. At the same time, the rising cost of petrol and diesel has encouraged many consumers to consider electric vehicle as a more economical option. Another important factor is the factor from the Malaysian government. The government has introduced several incentives such as tax exemption, financial incentives, and national policy. This is to encourage people to buy EVs and to attract companies to invest in the EV industry. These incentives also help manufacturers such as Proton to produce electric vehicles like the Proton EMAS 7. Besides government support, charging infrastructure is also improving across the country. Today, charging station can be found in shopping malls, office buildings, residential areas, petrol stations, and along major highway. This makes it easy for EV users to charge their vehicle while traveling. However, the availability of charging station is still uneven. Urban areas have more charging facilities, while rural areas continue to face limited access. They remain one of the biggest challenges for EV adoption in Malaysia. Technology also plays as a very important role in the success of electric vehicle. Modern EVs use advanced battery system that allow driver to travel longer distance on a single charge. Fast charging technology has also reduced the amount of time needed to recharge the battery. In addition, mobile application helps driver look at nearby charging station, check charger availability, and monitor the charging process in real time. Lastly, new technology such as vehicle to grid system and renewable energy power charging station have the potential to make electric transportation even more suitable and efficiency. In conclusion, Malaysia is making good progress in adoption electric vehicle. However, continuous investment in charging infrastructure, advanced technology, and government support will be essential to encourage more people to switch to EV as in the future.
Next, I will present the stakeholders analysis for electric vehicle or EV adoption. This analysis identifies the key stakeholders involved in supporting the development and implementation of electric vehicles. The first stakeholders is government agencies. As shown on the slide, government agencies are responsible for developing EV policies and regulations. They also provide incentives to encourage people and business to adopt electric vehicles. In addition, they invest in expanding charging infrastructure, making EVs more convenient and accessible for the public. Their support is essential for accelerating the transition towards sustainable transportation. The second stakeholder is transport operator. This group includes vehicle manufacturers, logistic companies, and charging network providers. They play an important role by investing in EV technology and developing the necessary infrastructure. Their efforts have improved transportation efficiency and support the growth of the electric vehicle industry. However, they must also manage the cost of adopting new technologies and maintaining EV infrastructure. The third stakeholders is passengers and consumer. Consumers are one of the most important stakeholders because they create the demand for electric vehicles. Many consumer choose EVs because they offer lower operating costs, especially in terms of fuel and maintenance. However, some people are still concerned about charging availability and battery costs. Addressing these concerns is important to increase public confidence and encourage more people to switch to electric vehicles. The final stakeholders is environmental groups. These organizations support the use of electric vehicles because they help reduce greenhouse gas emission and improve air quality. They also promote sustainability by encouraging responsible battery management and environmentally friendly practice throughout the EV life cycle. Their role is to ensure that the transition to electric vehicles remains beneficial for both society and the environment. In conclusion, stakeholder analysis shows that the success of electric vehicle adoption depends on the cooperation for all stakeholders. Government agencies provide policies and support. Transport operators invest in technology and infrastructure. Consumer drive market demand, and environmental group promote sustainability. By working together, these stakeholders can contribute to a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable transportation system. Thank you.
I will explain the challenges and opportunities of EV adoption in Malaysia. First, the challenges. EV adoption is limited by the lack of charging stations, especially in rural areas. EVs are also more expensive than conventional vehicles, and many consumers experience range anxiety. In addition, battery disposal, recycling, and the increased demand on the national electricity grid are important concerns. On the other hand, there are many opportunities. EVs help reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve air quality. They support Malaysia's sustainability goals, create new jobs in manufacturing and charging infrastructure, encourage innovation in battery technology, and reduce dependence on fossil fuels. EV adoption also attracts green investment and strengthens Malaysia's position in sustainable transportation. Overall, while EV adoption faces several challenges, it offers significant long-term economic and environmental benefits for Malaysia. We will explain the impact of EV adoption in Malaysia. For the government, EVs support sustainability goals and strengthen the green economy, but they require high investment in charging infrastructure. For transport operators, EVs create new business opportunities and improve their reputation. Although the initial investment is expensive, for consumers, EVs offer low operating and maintenance costs. However, the high purchase price and limited charging stations remain major challenges. Lastly, for the environment, EVs help reduce air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. However, battery production and recycling still need to be managed properly. Overall, EV adoption brings many long-term benefits, but addressing these challenges is important for successful implementation in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Sir Kamarul. So today I will be presenting the proposed solution to support the development of electrical vehicles or EVs in Malaysia. First, one of the most important priorities in expanding EV charging infrastructure across the country. Currently, many people are still intended to buy an electrical vehicle because its charging situations are limited, especially in rural areas. Therefore, both the government and private companies should work together to build more charging stations in urban and rural locations. This will make EV ownership more convenient and practically for all Malaysians. Secondly, financial incentives can enough more people to switch to electrical vehicles since EVs are often more expensive than conventional car. The government can provide tax reduction, rebates, and affordable financing schemes. This investments will reduce the financial burden on consumer and make EVs more acceptable to a wider range of people. The next solution is increasing public awareness. Many people still have misconception about EV performance, battery life, maintenance costs, and charging. Through education, camping, exhibition, and social media, the public can receive accurate information about the benefit of electrical vehicle. This will help consumers make informed decisions and increase confidence in using EVs. Other important solution is to invest in battery recycling facility and establish clear regulation for battery disposal. As the number of electrical vehicles continue to grow, battery waste will also increase. Proper recycling system will reduce environmental pollution, recover valuable materials, and support the long-term stability of the EV industry. In addition, Malaysia should integrate renewable energy into charging network. For example, solar power charging station can provide clean energy while reducing dependence on fossil fuel. This will feature lower carbon emission and support Malaysia's environmental and sustainability goals. Finally, cooperation among all stakeholders is essential. The government, manufacturer, consumers, environmental organizations, and local communities must work together to ensure the successful transition to electrical vehicle. Strong collaboration will help create better policies, improve infrastructure, and enable wider EV adoption. In conclusion, by expanding charging infrastructure, providing financing incentives, increasing public awareness, investing in battery recycling, integrating renewable energy, and strengthening cooperation among stockholder. Malaysia can accelerate the development of electrical vehicle and build a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future. So thank you. That's all for me.
So now it's for the conclusions. So the conclusion for it is electric vehicles have to reduce the carbon emissions and it will be improving the energy efficiency. Second is the EV is supporting the Malaysia's sustainability and the green transportation's goals. And the third is the challenges such as the infrastructures, affordabilities, and battery management still need an improvement to make this electric vehicles by reducing the carbon emissions and energy efficiency. And the last one is by the Malaysian have to continue its continuous investments and the effective policies, also the stakeholder collaborations, the Malaysia can achieve wider EV adoptions and build a cleaner, more sustainable transport system for it. That's all from us. Thank you very much and Assalamualaikum to Sir Kamarun.